Welcome again to another episode of the C-List Villains Podcast, your cultivators of the comic culture. I'm your host, AJ, and we've got the gang back together. We've got E-Man, Red, and Luke. How's everyone doing?
What's up?
Hey.
What's going on, host? How's everything,
Not
everyone?
much. Everything's going well over here. How about you guys?
Awesome.
I just woke up from a nap.
Exciting.
Oh, Red
exciting
just woke
week.
up from a nap. All right.
I just came from Gary B, the Casual Comic Guys channel. So he had me on for about an hour, hanging out with him and some of the crew. Of course, I had to push the show, so hopefully we got some people coming over from there.
Hopefully,
I saw part of that. I wasn't quite impressed with you.
Dude, don't. Oh, okay. All right.
Don't hate, asshole.
You're no internet celebrity.
Hey, you know who I saw on there?
5G.
Yeah, we saw some of our fans on there actually. 5G was there.
Wolf
5G and Wolfhawk.
was there. Yeah.
I need to know. Eventually I gotta know who these people are.
We'll find them. We'll find them.
Yeah.
We're pulling some fans across. I love it.
Yeah. Before we start the show, let's do a quick reminder. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you know when we
Don't
drop
hit the
new
nut.
videos.
Don't hit the nut, please.
Yeah.
Don't hit the nut.
That was a
subscribe. Smash it. Smash that subscribe.
And leave a review on the iTunes, because that's how we get more exposure and get at the top of the list.
yeah.
Exposure.
Mm-hmm.
How's
Hey, hold on.
All right, we're holding on.
See that?
Ooh.
Yeah, what is that?
Do you have a little background music? Is that all right? Can we do that?
I hear crunching.
I heard crunching. Yeah, I don't know what.
You hear crunching? Whatever. Never mind.
No, do the background music.
Give me your
I'm
phone.
hearing
Just
crunching.
because.
Yeah, I mean, if it's light enough that we don't hear it, then that's good enough. It's not a distraction.
Are you guys now? Are you guys comedy fans? Have you listened to Bo Burnham at all?
Yes,
I like
yes.
I like
know
Bo
it is.
Durham. Bo Durham's awesome.
Oh, Burnham, not Bull Durham.
Bo Burnham. He 5 years ago he walked. 5 years ago he walked away from comedy. He just dropped his first album in 5 years this past couple weeks. It's insane.
So that's why he walked away from doing stand up.
He had a mental breakdown. He had a mental breakdown from stand up. Couldn't do it. Mental health. He said he needed a mental health break. Took 5 years off and just dropped something. And it's so good. Yeah, he pulled the Dave Chappelle, and honestly, it worked.
Is it on Netflix?
I think it's already up to like 3 million views or something like that. It's crazy.
Is it on Netflix? Yeah.
Well, I've just been watching the clips on YouTube because he has each segment. They're like songs.
Okay.
So it's kind of like Weird Al, but more like 2021 style, where they're kind of serious too.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the one where he does like a Kanye like song, and he does like that country song where it all sounds the same. Yeah,
And he has the one that's like where he sings like really deep and he's like staring into the camera, like it's like all eyes on me.
You guys
Good
are talking about the Bo Burnham songs that he does during his stand-up. When you first said Bo Burnham, for some reason, I was thinking John Mulaney. I don't know why. I was thinking about another comedian. I looked him up. I was like, oh, this guy.
Well, John Mulaney also had. Well, no, he had a drug problem. So yeah, he didn't have a mental breakdown. He had a drug problem.
And he just went into rehab.
Yeah.
And left his wife.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Okay. He's got to do what he's got to do.
So
I guess
he's struggling. He's having a tough year. Well, he's having a tough year, but we all had a tough year. So
yeah.
Well, it's like Sam Kinison, right? He just went off and then fucking got an OD, right?
Is that how he died? I can't remember.
I think so. And
He didn't OD.
Didn't he die OD?
No, Sam Kinison died in a car accident.
Oh shit. Okay. How about Andrew Dice Clay?
He's still alive, dude.
He's still alive.
Yeah,
What are you
Nice.
talking about, Red?
but just the rise and fall of the comedian, where
What?
you're at the top of your game, and all of a sudden you're down low because either because of the mental breakdown, or you're too fucked up on drugs.
Okay, all right. That I get, but make sure that you know that some of these people that you're talking about are still alive.
You're
Okay, yeah.
Red. You're thinking of Mitch Hedberg.
Oh yeah, Mitch Hedberg.
Oh yeah.
You're thinking
Dude,
of
that
Mitch
guy's
Hedberg.
the king of one-liners, man. That guy was amazing.
I used to do
think-
drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
I think that for the most part, it's very hard. Just like artists, musical artists, it's hard to stay on top, and especially like I'm just gonna throw out like rap music to begin with, right? When you're hungry and you've got you've got nothing to live for, and you're willing to risk it all, that's when you're at your best. But when you're at the top,
Yeah.
it's harder
That's
to
the best start.
yeah, it's harder to get to have fresh artistic like
Material?
have something. What was that?
Material, right?
Yes,
just to
yeah.
have something
Ideas, yeah.
Yeah.
to have a story to
Yeah.
tell, because most of their jokes are from real life experiences, or stuff that they've heard and read.
Yeah.
But unless you're Dane Cook, and that just comes out of your ass. But
So-
I don't know what happened to Dane Cook.
I was just gonna say, I know people will hate on Dane Cook, but when he was like starting up, I saw him and I thought he was a funny dude. I mean, his stuff.
Well, you know what happened to Dane Cook, right?
No,
No.
what happened to Dane Cook?
You know why he disappeared?
Was it because of his brother and all
Because
that
his
stuff?
brother fucked him.
Yeah.
His brother
What
fucked
happened?
him $20 million and had stacks, $100,000 stacks in walls, and
Wow.
pulled all because he had full financial control over Dane, and so he was withdrawing from all the accounts and putting it in the walls of his house to hide it completely. His brother's in jail right now. Dane
Yeah.
Cook's brother is in jail, and that was his brother. That wasn't just his best friend. That was his brother. That was his business manager, his financial man. Dane trusted him not 100%. He trusted Blood trusted him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only that, and then like the death of his parents too. That kind of like that hurt him as well.
What was he?
I think-
some kind of
But can you-
conservatorship,
his
like
brother!
Britney Spears.
What was that, Red?
Was
No,
he in some kind of conservatorship, like Britney Spears?
No, I think he
Okay,
just
okay.
trusted him with the money.
No,
All right.
just trust. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he kind of fell apart for a while, but he's back a little bit. He's back a little. This past couple of years, he's coming back.
But he's got that weird Botox face. I'm sorry, Dane, but let's be real. Your face looks a little odd these days.
Yeah,
Hurt.
he
be
made
looking
some
hurt.
bad decision.
I don't know. He made a movie with Jessica Alba
Never
and who's the
Never
other hot
Botox.
chick? Who's the hot chick? Jessica Simpson. So
Jessica
both
Simpson.
Jessicas, he's made movies with.
Looking hurt.
Now he's hurt.
What? What movie was it with Jessica Alba?
Oh, what was it again? The one where he's like the pimp, or not the pimp, but like the most
Whoa,
popular dude. Let me look it up.
Is that the one where like
So
there's
I,
that meme?
I remember that movie. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Good
the one-
luck, Chuck.
Good luck, Chuck. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
It's a rom-com with
Is
Daddy
that
Love.
the- Is that the same one with the meme that we see with Jessica Alba where she's like in the bed and
Yes.
that come hither
Yes,
thing?
that
Okay,
one.
all right.
That one.
I always wondered where that movie was from, and now I kind of figured it must have been that because I don't remember that movie.
That was horrible.
It was rated a 5.6 on IMDb, 5% on Rotten Tomatoes, and Metacritic's got it
Yeah.
at 19%. Dude, this is
One of the worst.
hair. This is one of those that you need to have in your goddamn collection.
If you're a Jessica Alba fan, you'd watch that
Yeah.
movie.
We all had a crush on Jessica Alba. don't
Next to
even
Idle
lie.
Hands. Idle Hands is a pretty good Jessica
Oh,
Alba
yeah.
movie.
Idle Hands. That was with Devon
Devin Sawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devin Sawa. Yeah, the one where he's like a zombie.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Honey, if you're like into like a dancing movie.
Who's David Sawa? Why does that
No,
sound
not Honey.
familiar?
He was the Eminem guy. He did the Eminem video.
Yeah, he did Stan. He was
Yeah,
Stan.
that's it. Stan.
Oh,
Stan,
yeah, the guy who played Stan. Gotcha. Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. Devon Sawa. Devon Sawa,
Sawa.
not David.
Yeah.
Devon Sawa. Gotcha. Oh, he was on Idle Hands. Okay, Final Destination. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
okay.
but
What does this
the
have to
2000s
do
was
with
made of
comic
movies.
books, you guys?
We can
This is
Oh,
entertainment.
Jessica Alba was in Sin City. That's a comic book movie.
there you go.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. There's
There
the
we go.
tie-in. There's the tie-in. So that's why you have to say. Just remember, Jessica Alba was in Sin City, Frank Miller's work, and that's why we're talking. I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job. Not just for hats, is it, Red? That's not just for hats. Big
know.
brain move.
Fucking internet celebrity, you.
Hey, look who's here. Look who's here. Ah, what's up to our boy Wolfhawk who comes
What's up,
by and
Wolfhawk?
keeps us company?
Our tried and true fan.
Hi.
What
What's up,
day
my
one.
ninjas?
He's our day
love it.
one. He's our ride or die right there.
Thank you for being a fan, Wolfhawk.
You like us. You really,
really like us.
So before we start off anything, I'm just gonna throw something out there that I didn't tell you guys in the green room. Speaking
there.
of speaking of comic book related characters and actors, the actor who played Punisher in the TV show, he is in the new Sopranos movie, Many Saints of Newark. So
Oh,
John Bernthal?
yeah, he's in that movie. I'm a big Sopranos fan myself,
nice.
so I cannot wait for that movie to come out.
He's
It's gonna
probably
be a good.
He's gonna be in the muscle again, just like what he did in the Wolf of Wall
No,
Street.
he's supposed to play.
Like a Ray Liotta type now.
No, Ray. Actually, that's kind of funny you say that because Ray Liotta's in the movie.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he is.
But he's supposed to play. So if you watched the show, he was, I think it's Tony Montesano, his nephew. That's in the show. Tony Soprano's nephew. So it would be his uncle. So he's playing Tony Soprano's uncle.
Okay, so but is he gonna be the head figure of the crime family then?
He's playing
don't
Johnny
think
Boy.
so.
He's playing Johnny Boy.
Johnny Boy Montesano, right?
Now,
Something
check
like
this
that.
out, because I know nothing about The Sopranos, right? I know, like, I never watched it. It was never around, or well, not never around, but I just never watched it. However, I also know that James Gandolfini has passed away, so he can't reprise his role as Tony Soprano. However, Michael Gandolfini is playing like a young Tony Soprano.
It's his son.
So his real life son is playing his character. That's actually pretty dope. That's how you honor a late actor, in my opinion.
And he can act. If you've watched The Deuce on HBO, the TV show about pimps and prostitution and all that stuff.
Man, you like shows about gangsters, pimps, and hoes, don't you? Like, you watch The Wire, you watch Soprano. Man, there's some kind of weird underworld life you're living, aren't you, AJ? That I'm scared of you now.
I haven't watched The Wire, actually. I've wanted to watch it, but I have not yet watched it. But all that stuff, it does fascinate me. I can't help that.
Gotcha. No, it's all right, man. Whatever you like. You like.
All right, guys. I think we've done enough.
Well, there's no Soprano fans in the chat room right now.
There's one fan, and it's probably Wolfhawk. Okay, let's just give it some time.
He's
All right.
the ultimate fan.
Where's 5G at? Where's 5G?
Love it.
5G will come in. We'll see him in a little bit.
Yeah, but let's talk about what tonight's episode is all about. We got to talk about that Loki episode 4.
Woo-wee! That Loki episode 4 was nuts. It was
a good episode.
Insane. Yeah, I liked it a whole lot more than last week's episode for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Red, you seem pretty enthusiastic about the show, so why don't you lead off and talk about your thoughts?
Wait. Before you do that, Red, wait. Do me a favor. Start from the beginning of the show. I don't want you to talk about the show like towards the end and then cut directly into that secret scene. And we start when you talk about a show. Start from the beginning.
Someone's dryer is done. No, that's
Red,
the
Who is it?
Red, talk however you please. It's all right.
I'm hearing someone's Samsung, washer or dryer.
Red.
But yeah, we start
Red.
off with
Red, focus.
Oh.
Focus.
Oh, focus. So we start off with them on the planet where it's supposed to be destroyed by the moon, and after that they get a little bit more familiar towards each other. Where it's like I call this last show where where Loki is starting to be more fond of the other Loki, right?
Now, was that weird,
Yes.
you guys? Was that weird that Loki was feeling Loki?
Yes.
But he's so
I'm gonna go no.
what's that word? So into himself,
So narcissistic?
narcissistic. Thank you. And you saw
Would this
the
would this be
sparks.
like basically masturbation for you date yourself?
That question was asked. Red, what are your thoughts if Loki gives Loki a hand job and the other way around? What is it? Is it self-deprecating?
It's a double Dutch rudder.
I don't even know what that means.
Dutch rudder.
But a double Dutch rudder. I'm not
You
too
said
sure.
this once, but I don't know what that means.
Meaning
Watch,
that
watch
Zach and Mary.
Zachary
Oh,
make a porno.
Yeah, it's where you like help the guy jack off with just
Whoa.
moving
All
You're
right,
moving,
all
you're
right,
moving his
okay.
arm, and he's moving
his
your
arm.
Yeah. A double Dutch rudder is where you're helping each other out. You're helping each other move your.
Yeah. So you're like the piston and
Okay.
action.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go back to
All right,
Loki.
so
Oh, that's right.
they're starting to get close on the planet, and then they're about to be destroyed, and then at the TVA they get this little branch off the sacred timeline, and it's like, oh shit, there they are.
A
And
Nexus
they-
event.
a Nexus event. So-
But what caused it, Red?
That I'm not quite sure. Why don't you tell me?
I think it's isn't it when they touched each other? Is that caused that Nexus
Yeah.
event?
That would have been
It's-
it then.
Yeah,
it's-
it's right when they touched each other. Right when male Loki touched female Loki.
So that's when they got the
branch-
sparks. They got the
Mhm.
feelings. So yeah, that totally put a monkey wrench into the whole time space continuum. So they had to cut off that branch.
Mhm.
And so now we watch them get hauled into TVA and get interrogated. And, Loki starting to get more protective of Sylvie,
Mhm.
and then and then telling what's Owen Wilson's character, Luke Wilson. Mobius. Yeah, he started telling Mobius that everything you've been doing has been a lie because you weren't made by the TVA. Oh, spoiler alert! Meaning that everybody employed by the TVA is a variant.
Now, going back to last week, okay? Who all said that Mobius was going to rescue them
I don't know.
out of all of us? You all right, Luke? I thought that it was fake. I thought that Lamentus 1 was going to be a vision. So keeping track, I'm just trying to keep track. Luke 1, everyone else 0 as far as calling certain things right. So
Well,
I
Mobius, he called it.
knew he was gonna save him. I knew it was. I was just waiting for that screen, that door to open, and then it opened. I was like, "Yeah, we all knew that was coming." I mean, I was hoping it was a vision. I was really hoping it was like a WandaVision type of deal, but
yeah. All right,
And it
Red,
still
go ahead.
could be,
Foreshadowing isn't
because-
hard to see this stuff, man. There's a lot of that, where you can actually just predict what's gonna happen. You predicted that Loki was gonna fall in love with himself. Because how
Yeah, I mean
narcissistic he
they're
is.
planting the seeds on that.
Yeah.
But is it, and see, that's a question. Is Loki falling for himself, or is he falling for this other character who happens to be named the same, who changed her name? And we still don't even know if she is even a true daughter of Odin and Frigga. Because remember,
no, she's the daughter of Laufey, the ice giant.
oh wait, you're right. Because when they showed her name, Sylvie, it was something Laufey daughter. Laufey daughter.
When did they show that?
It was in episode 1 when they were showing all the files. One of the files indicated Loki,
file, yeah.
Laufey daughter, instead of Laufey son, it said Laufey daughter, Dotter, which I guess is supposed to mean that this is a daughter of Laufey.
Okay.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, she is an ice giant or ice person thing. Blue.
Yeah, but
Avatar.
they haven't really focused on that aspect of her origin, right? They're just focused on her ability to learn to use the magic and do the I guess the enchantments,
Mm-hmm.
and then the enchantments was the ones that freed up these hunters, exposing their past lives to them.
B15 and C20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Which there's still a big question mark above those two. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah. We also get a first appearance of the lizard people, or the time keepers.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Keepers,
We'll get back to that. So go ahead, AJ.
Why does everyone think that the head timekeeper is supposed to be Kang? I keep seeing that all over the internet.
I can see because of the design, but I don't think. Yeah, this is another. Was it?
His face appeared.
Mofi?
His face appeared in a wall that. So that's why people are saying it's Kang. Whether it was Kang or not, it was a likeness of Kang.
But was it? Because I've seen a lot of these images on walls engraved, but those are supposed to be the timekeepers. However, the design does look very Kang-ish. So I can understand.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
What was the one character that everyone thought was in WandaVision and never showed up?
Mephisto.
Yeah, I think this is another Mephisto thing where people are thinking that another character.
It's a red herring.
But yeah.
Just something to pull it off the tracks.
So, Red, talk about when.
What's the rule though for these Disney Plus shows? What's the rule?
They're not going to use the big
characters bigger than the title character.
You said that's starting to make more sense.
Bigger than Loki will show up.
Yeah.
Red, talk about the conversation between Ravonna and Mobius.
Well, you gotta go back to the point where it showed a little bit of Ravonna's past, where she's the one that captured the first variant, which was Sylvie, played by Kaylee Fleming of the Walking Dead fame, right?
Great performance by her.
Yes,
great catch on that one too, Red, because I know you're the Walking Dead guy.
And I didn't know she could pull off an English accent. Like, wow, that's a great actress right there. But during their conversation with Mobius and Ravonna, I mean, Mobius had mentioned that they had tried to get more information out of her and had seen where was C20, what was going on with her, why did she go nuts, why did you kill her? Because in an earlier scene that she had revealed to Mobius that she did kill C20. Just to elaborate on it.
No, she didn't say that she killed her. She said that she died, but she didn't say how. Because Mobius was trying to get the information, right?
That's right.
Mobius was trying to get information on how she died, but Ravonna was being super cryptic and wasn't really telling him other than you just need to understand that she lost her mind and she died.
Right, and he ends up Mobius ends up stealing her tempad.
To
find out what's going on with C20. Well, in another room where he stuffed Loki into this time loop where he gets kicked in the balls by Sif, and then Sylvie's just locked in a room with just waiting for somebody to interrogate her.
Oh wait, shout out to Lady Sif. I'm glad that she's back.
I know. Jamie Alexander.
Hopefully she's back for more. And not just this little cameo, by the way.
I love her, dude. Jamie Alexander. She's hot. She really is. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I really find her quite attractive.
Because you love powerful women, especially one that dominates you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. So then Loki stuck in the time loop with Lady Sif coming by, kicking him in the balls, saying that he's gonna live alone.
Then Mobius goes plays with a temp pad and finds out that the C20 gets killed because she had exposed the secret that they're all variants.
Hold on. Did we actually see C20 get killed, or did we see Ravonna stop the video?
Well, she stopped the video, but that's usually like any cop interrogation before anyone gets killed. That's how it ends up.
But you also know that a rule now is if we don't see a body or we don't see them get killed, it's not confirmed. We can't play.
I don't think she got killed. I think they actually just reset her mind. That's what I'm thinking.
I think they may have pruned her.
And
we found out pruning is we were finding out what pruning means.
Initially thought pruning means you're dead. So
eliminated from the TVA.
So I mean, she might have been pruned. Yeah,
she might have been pruned, which we'll get into what it probably really means later on, right?
Right.
Okay. So then go ahead, and then we see Mobius, who stole the temp pad, saw the truth, and now Mobius is questioning a lot of things that are revolved around him now, right?
Of course. He's wondering why he always has a magazine of having a speedboat. It wasn't a speedboat, but
jet ski. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he knew he's starting to notice that he has a previous life before the TVA, and it just never was revealed to him until now. And then we see him go rescue Loki from the time loop from Sif kicking his balls and realizing that he fucked up, and they go on this little conversation, this heart-to-heart conversation where it's like, dude, I know what's going on now. You're telling me the truth. Trust me, I will get you out of this.
And he called him something that I thought was really important to the story too. Is he called him a friend, right?
Yes,
and I think that's pretty big. That's pretty important. Calling Loki a friend when you're this big agent in the TVA is a big thing, because then you're starting to think differently. Something happened. Something clicked, right?
Well, it's also
for you to trust.
in Loki where he's getting away from the mischievous side of Loki and getting into the heroic Loki that we saw in
the end of
Endgame and Ragnarok. Yeah. Uh-huh. So this show does tell us that Loki can change even when the events that are supposed to happen don't happen. The real Loki or a Loki can still change for the good, for the greater good.
For the greater good. But would he have changed if he didn't see his mother die on the video?
Well, that's the thing. I think that's the catalyst that kind of opened his mind that, I fucked up. The one probably before finding Sylvie, that was the one person that he truly, really cared for.
Because he's so narcissistic, I don't think it was that. I don't think it was when his mom died. It was when he died. He had a bigger reaction to himself dying rather than his mom dying. So I think if you're talking about the catalyst, I think it's when he saw himself die and killed from Thanos.
Yeah, well, he was working for Thanos on the first Avengers.
Yeah. The whack one. Yeah. Okay.
The whack one.
It's all about that blue suit, man. Come on. Captain America's suit was on point on that one.
That's America's ass.
You're right. That is America's
Worst
ass.
ever.
All right. And then, so what happens to Sylvie?
All right. Sylvie gets visited by B-15, who was earlier in the scene where she was struggling with her memories as well. And she needed to get more answers. She kidnaps Sylvie and takes her to another apocalypse type event. I guess the last one they had visited was Alabama 2022.
Rock's Part. Uh-huh.
And got the full intel on her own personal life and what she was before a TVA hunter. She plays. Oh, I hear the dryer again. But B-15 will play a bigger role later in this episode. And she takes Sylvie back to the interrogation room, walks off, Then we see Loki and Mobius again coming out of the time portal, which they're met by Ravonna and a bunch of other time hunters or time cops. And they're confronted by the fact that Ravonna found out that Mobius had stolen her temp pad.
Yeah.
And this is where we see Mobius get what was the word again?
Pruned.
Pruned.
We see Mobius get
Yeah.
pruned, and how many of us was like,
Like, oh shit.
my jaw dropped. I was like, no, this is probably why we're not going to hear him say, wow. That was the first thing that I thought. I was like, oh, this is why we're not hearing him say, wow.
Good one. Good pull on that one.
He said, "How?"
And
I
everyone
actually rewound it. I was like, "Did he say it? Did he say it?" No, he said,
I don't think
"How."
he did. I
Dang
don't
it.
think he did.
And so right there, we're like, no, like this was
Well,
our
your
dude.
reaction was the same as Loki's. It was like just utter shock, where it's like, dude, you just killed my only friend right now.
But okay, so now Mobius
Well, you know,
is pruned.
Let's kind of like fast forward here a little bit. We don't need to go scene by scene and explain everything here.
Well, okay.
All
Where do you want to go? It's like they
Let's
had a
just-
fight in the
We're
throne
almost
room.
done, AJ.
They had a fight in that
Well,
throne room.
I didn't realize you were going to ask Red to describe the
know
whole
either.
show.
Because I
So,
wanted to hear
I'm-
Red describe
no.
it.
I'm going to cut this already. Like
It's a red E-Man play-by-play. I love it.
Red, let's just give your overall thoughts and scenes that stood out, man.
All right, we got to see the timekeepers. We got to see another side of Loki there becoming the good guy that we knew in previous Avengers movies. There was more secrets that the timekeepers were keeping, and we get to see what happens when you get pruned.
Yeah.
But overall,
Well,
I think
and the timekeepers themselves.
the timekeepers themselves,
Yeah.
are they real, or were they just a
Exactly.
decoy for something else?
Those are some things that I'm just going to throw out the questions that I wanted to ask. Timekeepers, are they real? Pruning, is that heaven, hell, or is that just another dimension? Those are the two things that I was hoping that we can kind of debate on here and figure out what is everyone's theory on that.
Well,
So-
it just seems like you don't really die when you get pruned. You get pruned. When you get pruned, you get sent off somewhere else. Because actual death on the timeline, that's your actual death. But if you're in the TVA dimension, it seems like you're being sent somewhere else.
Now, do you think everyone who gets pruned goes to that same dimension?
That we'll have to wait for the next
Different.
episode. It just seems like you have your own, destination.
I was thinking the
And
weird
that's
thing.
that like little wand thing. Like, what
Yeah.
is that? What does that do?
Like, I was thinking, do you get pruned and you go to a dimension and you only see other variants of yourself? Because that would be a trip.
Oof, rough.
That would be rough.
That's rough.
That's what I was thinking. It was like when you get pruned, you only get to see your variants, which would be crazy. But I personally think we may have seen the very first instance of the multiverse or a multiverse. This has to be how the multiverse gets presented to us. Not the definitive story, but this is how it gets presented to us. This is our introduction to the multiverse. That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Because time is not linear. There's always going to go off in branches, right? Whatever you have two choices on in front of you, you choose choice A, and then there's another view in another dimension that chose B.
Right.
Everything will spawn off to somewhere else, depending on what you had picked. So not only you'll have a variant of yourself, and maybe at the time of your birth, you're also your sex is determined, and then that splits off to another branch, right?
Right. Okay. So what about the what are those called? The lizard gods or whatever they're called? The
Timekeepers?
yeah. Is that real? And if they're not real beings, who is actually in charge of the TVA?
Who's pulling the strings?
Yes.
Who's pulling the puppet
So
strings?
what are your guys' theory on that?
Ravonna. Ravonna is the one who's in charge because she's the one that's supposed to keep the timekeeper's rules. Right?
I like where you're
At the very
going.
beginning. She said it at the beginning that she's in charge of keeping the timekeeper's rules. So I think Ravona's got the power, but she needed something else to make it look like there's something above her.
Nah, she's just a lieutenant. She's just she's just a lieutenant, dude.
I think she's the general. I think she's a straight up like 4-star general on top, posing as a sergeant.
Ooh, I like this theory. So she reports to no one.
She reports to
but she's the one that fucked up
nobody.
in the beginning because
She's the one that keeps everything that people bring back. She even said it. I'm the one that signs off on all of the orders, so I get to keep whatever trinkets you guys bring back. She doesn't give them to the timekeepers. She keeps them for herself. She's in charge. She's the one that's running the show. It's all Ravonna.
I like that theory.
Why is the question?
Yeah,
is
but she
why?
let the first Loki go.
Yeah, but okay.
Escaped from- and she was a time cop first, or a hunter.
She was. That's true. That's true.
There's just
But
no way for her to move up that ladder to be all right. I'm now the general of
The
all the time
end credit
cops.
scene explained it. The end
go
credit
ahead.
scene explained it.
All right. So
Meaning there
we're
were
gonna go
more-
there.
It
there were
showed-
more variants.
It showed it showed a boy Loki.
Kid
It
Loki.
showed I look like Christopher Walken Loki, old man Loki. Showed a Gator Loki,
gotta get
which
that
I
first
was like, I
appearance,
need
guys.
just a shirt of Gator Loki. I want a shirt with just Gator Loki. It also showed, which was cool, an old black guy Loki. And so I was like, the TVA, when Loki was like, who's in charge of all this? I wanted to be like, you're in charge of all this. It's Loki.
Whoa.
Loki's the TVA.
Whoa.
So you're saying that there's another Loki who's in charge of everything?
I wanted to scream that, and the screen was like, it's you.
Or is it Loki, like a future Loki, that actually fulfilled what he said he was looking out to
that
do?
variant Loki.
But
It's
another one-
Loki.
Oh, you're right. There
It's
was four
Loki,
Lokis. There's a
and
black
whether
Loki,
it's
the old man Loki, a kid Loki, and the Gator Loki. Okay, there's four. There's
And then
four in the
Sylvie and our Loki, plus all the other Lokis that they showed
And
at the beginning.
There's
You know
a
what?
multiverse.
and if
That could-
Ravonna might be the Loki. Ravonna might be the Loki of all Lokis.
Oh,
that, you know what?
She's the Lokiest
saying.
Loki of them all, Red.
She's
Okay, I
the
like
Loki
that.
of all. she's the main
the
Loki.
Lokiest Loki of them all.
I'm
To add
telling
on
you,
that-
it's gonna be the Loki.
To add on that makes perfect sense because when Sylvie was a child, that's when they took her, and she asked, "Why was I taken?" She was just an innocent girl playing with her toys.
Yeah,
And Ravonna
So-
was trying to get rid of all
Yeah.
of the Lokis so she could be the only Loki.
Yeah,
the Lokiest
that makes
Loki of
sense.
This
Oh.
is such a Rick and Morty ripoff. Fuck this show.
Bam.
I hate it. Now,
Here it
because
is.
she did ask,
Ravonna is
what was my
Loki.
Nexus event?
no.
What was
see,
my Nexus event? She said she forgot.
And
She
you
was
know what?
lying. She was lying. She was just
And
saying.
now
there
we're
was-
gonna get an evil Morty here, Red. We're gonna get an evil Morty here soon too.
Oh, yeah.
There was no Nexus event. She was just eliminating all Lokis. There could only be one.
All of them.
She was Highlandering this whole thing.
No, the Nexus event is locating the Lokis, is creating and finding the Lokis so she can go in and destroy the Lokis. It's not a real event that's going to destroy the timeline. It's a real event that's going to destroy her.
Her. Yeah, Ravonna.
She wants to die. She wants to end time.
She's gonna
But-
put the horns on at the end.
but
She's gonna put the
this-
horns on and fight.
This is my
Oh.
question, though. Where did Sylvie send all of those bombs to, and what did it actually do? Because we saw how the timeline was crazy after those bombs were
It
sent,
reset.
but we
all
never
those
saw
timelines.
anything else.
You reset all those timelines.
But what happens when the Nexus event actually touches the red line? What
don't know.
will really happen? Not what was told, not what
They wouldn't be
our
able to
B-15
prune it. They wouldn't be able to prune it after that.
But now can we trust it? Now can we even believe it? Thinking that Ramona has everything to do with all of this, or Ravona, right? Because that's what they're told. But can we even trust it now?
We can't.
Drop the mic on that one, boys.
She's the most mischievous of them all, right?
Yeah.
She is
so
the
mischievous.
Lokiest. She's the Lokiest Loki of them all. Holy shit!
All right, we cracked the code.
All right, you guys don't have to watch episodes 5 and 6
But-
anymore. We figured it out.
I hope we didn't.
On to Black
I hope
Widow,
I'm
you
wrong
guys.
because I love to have my mind blown. So I hope I'm wrong.
Oh,
but
hold on.
when I saw that scene, when Loki's like, well, who is behind all of it if it's not the robots? I was like,
on here. I'm gonna put this. I want to put this out here.
All right, what are you putting out there?
Is
I don't know.
Ravona? Is Ravona the Lokiest
Loki,
Loki of them
yeah.
all?
I think we were all in agreement. Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think you guys are right. Yeah. What a bitch!
No, that's a fuck.
She's trying. Oh, how!
But
dare
why would she?
her.
Why would she go through the trouble of building timekeeper robots and trying
For
to
the illusion? I think
Okay.
the illusion
I mean-
to protect herself, to make it seem like there's someone above her, so that way they don't look at her as the being that Loki should go because she knew Loki was going to go after her. Because he wanted to look for the timekeepers, so she created the timekeepers as a illusion
It's a
or
front.
a
Another red herring.
distraction.
That's
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know, so that way
Because-
Loki's focus would be to go after the timekeepers and not after Ravona.
Because
who
all the
is-
Loki
is-
adventures we've been seeing, he's always been going for the top guy in order to be the top guy.
she is the Lokiest Loki of them all. Oh, we just cracked the
Yeah.
code. We
One
This
quick
is where it's like the end. The infit. Oh, go ahead.
when Ravona killed or pruned Tom Hiddleston Loki, do you think? I thought it was going to be Sylvie that was going to get pruned.
yeah.
I thought it was me.
Same.
I thought it was gonna be her, but just the reaction you right away that it was Tom Hiddleston because you're
Yeah.
like no, like I was like that. I was like no,
Like
that can't be.
The title, the main character gets pruned already. Like you're thinking he's not gonna be in the next 2 episodes now.
He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
Well, what were you?
Not until the post credit scene. I was like, oh shit, there he is.
I knew there was gonna be a post credit scene because the second half of both of the shows there was post credit scenes. Remember that? So in WandaVision, second half, Falcon Winter Soldier,
Oh,
second
good
half
call,
of the
good
show
call, good
is where
call.
they showed the end credit scenes. So now
Right.
we're expecting 2 more end credit scenes.
Luke, you were going to say something before I cut you off. Sorry about that.
Oh, I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh, all right.
With Loki. Oh, with a female Loki. Oh, So Tom's Loki got killed, but the pruning
Pruned.
isn't
Yeah.
now death. So I think all the variants are going to come together and have like a variant army that are going to fight against the TVA at the end. But the TVA, we saw the outside. It was huge. There were all these kind of like space cars flying around, and there was a whole city. And
No.
so what's
We
going
didn't
on
see
out
the-
there?
We
still a
didn't
little
see the
confused.
outside, Luke. We didn't see that outside because that was actually inside of what looked like a dome.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like there were so many. It
Yeah,
seemed
he
like
was-
a huge
they were looking out a window.
dome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
that
it
could
was
be
like
all
Thousands
illusion
and
too.
thousands.
It was still
Right? Oh, that's-
inside a
well,
dome.
that's true.
Yeah, it could be an illusion. But how real does an illusion have to be in order for everyone to be able to go into a library, drive a car, go get something to eat, right?
Well, I mean, Scarlet Witch was able to make a whole
Oh.
town.
But she
This is
was
what
using
I
magic.
remember what I was gonna say. And finish that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just remembered in terms of the Infinity Stones, because Loki wouldn't be more powerful than the Infinity Stones, and that's where because the TVA nullifies all magic and even had power over the Infinity Stones, and that's where I'm like, oh, if it was just Loki that had that type of power, it would be a little disheartening. You know what I mean? And not some
Yeah.
like Galactus or Thanos power, Mephisto, because that's massive. That's bigger than anything. That's bigger than Clyde. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Loki can't use his magic in the TVA.
Wait, I don't think it's any bigger than when Wanda took over the town. The TVA, as far as size, kind of looks about the same size as Westfield, Western town in Jersey, the West. That city in WandaVision.
WandaVision world, WandaVision town.
You know, as far as sheer size, they looked about the same. So,
Yeah, but people could still use their powers inside of that town. This TVA, people powers are completely nullified.
That's
at least
true.
from what they've shown so far.
Which also means that you can't shapeshift. You can't project yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, all the little simple stuff that Loki does.
Yeah.
So if he's gonna, so Ravonna being a Loki, maybe she is the real Lady Loki.
Ooh.
Or
another Lady Loki.
Okay, this is a little far-fetched, but isn't there a mutant who can take powers away or nullify powers?
I'm sure there is, but I
but we're
can't
not
think of
mutants
one.
yet. There's no mutants yet in this
Yeah,
world.
I don't think we're in mutants yet.
But why not?
I don't think they would reveal it on a Loki Disney Plus show.
You don't think it would be this extravagant?
Yeah, random Loki.
I think it would be. Yeah, I think it would be
No, not
movie.
yet.
It would be movie build-up type of thing.
Movie level. That's movie level, I think.
Yeah.
We have Kid Loki. We have Journey into Mystery Loki. I don't know why there's a Black Loki. I don't know where he's from, and then Alligator Loki. You have to look up where Alligator.
There's
Loki came
there's old school Halloween WandaVision Loki.
Oh yeah.
I think, I read somewhere that actor played old Loki on one of the older movies.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah,
Really?
That's why they brought him back.
That would be.
That's a great
pretty
callback.
epic.
Yeah. I don't know what movie it was, but that's what I read. I just don't know where. All right, let's go with the comic book grading scale. What are you guys going to give it, E-Man?
We'll give it a 9.6 this time. It was great. It was great with a great ending. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered still. I can't give it that 9.8 just yet, but it was close. If I can give it a 9.7, I would. But if we're going to comic book grading scale, I'm going 9.6.
All right, okay. Red?
Same, 9.6.
All right, Luke? You've been the tough grader here.
I loved it. I have been a tough grader this time. I'm going to go with a solid 9.2.
Okay, all right.
You still like the first episode more than this one?
I do. The first episode to me was a breath of fresh air.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You know what? I got to go 9.8. I think it's the best one, so I can't give it a lower grade if I think I give the first one a 9.8. So I got to give this one a 9.8. I'm hoping one of these episodes is going to go 9.9, maybe 10. You know, we'll see.
We're waiting for that 10, and I'm hoping next
was that
episode
number
would be a
4?
9.8, and the final episode would be a 10.
So we have 2 more.
We have
Two more, yep.
Two more.
Okay.
Now going to the classic, bringing it back to the classic Loki thing. So classic Loki is being played by Richard E. Grant, and according to Den of Geek, in a serious power move, Marvel Studios has gone ahead and cast Jack Kirby Loki lookalike Richard E. Grant as a classic Loki, wearing his signature green and yellow spandex from the comics. And his early comics appearances, and really for the most of his history, Loki was always depicted as older, more sinister in appearance, and generally more shifty than Tom Hiddleston's ruffishly charming and handsome. Richard E. Grant looks a lot, and this is the kicker, looks a lot like a Kirby drawn real life Loki. That's what it is. Which is what it is, yeah.
Yeah, he played one of the generals on the Rise of Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Love it.
All right. All right, guys, let's move on to the next topic. Do you guys want to talk about the Flash leak?
Let's go ahead and to picks of the week.
There wasn't really much on that.
Red talked too much about Loki at the beginning of the show. I just.
Oh, you blame me, asshole.
You were like, let's talk about scene 1, and then I'm like,
that guy right there, the top right of the screen is saying, "Hey, why don't you tell us what happened in the show, Red? What else happened in the show, Red?"
I'm like, oh, we're gonna do an actual scene by scene breakdown,
minute by minute review, right? Yeah, I'll play along.
That was fun, though. We got Red to talk about the show without making any dick or fart jokes. So I think that's
you just reminded him.
I haven't met my quota yet.
Here we go.
All right,
the Flash leak. We have to at least address the Flash leak.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's talk about it just for briefly. Yeah. Go for it, Luke.
Because this is huge. We have a WB disgruntled employee mass message or post the Flash trailer, or I don't even think it was a trailer. It felt like an industry insider trailer. You know what I mean? That they're sending to like
investors.
Investors or executives, like something that would never see the light of day. That seemed like something that would never see the light of day. You know what I mean? Because it was like interviews mixed with. It seemed like a post-credit or a
And then it's got
it didn't seem
what do you call it? The pictures where they got all the
storyboard
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought it was
people are disgruntled and never gruntled.
And why isn't anyone gruntled? Let's get some gruntled people out there.
Is anybody gruntled?
Why gotta be disgruntled? Why can't you just be gruntled?
Is gruntled a word?
Now I want to know.
I was horribly disappointed though. They kept the same boring Flash armor from wasn't it like the same armor from Justice League? I was like,
except the red boots. I think that was the thing. Yellow boots.
They kept the crappy armor.
Yeah.
Like I was if this is the movie, it is going to bomb.
They'll probably CGI the new costume on it, just like what they did with Tom with the Spider-Man, because he had the older costume during.
Holland?
Yeah, Tom Holland Spider-Man, where he had the older costume on Captain America: Civil War, and then they digitized the new one on him.
Right. Okay.
And gruntled is a word.
Yeah, I was just looking that up. Gruntled is a word.
Please, satisfied and contented.
I don't really have much to say. I watched the little promo thing. The one thing I can say is I'm looking forward to Michael Keaton Batman. You know, I think that's the selling point for me. I want to see what they got going on with him. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to.
Well, isn't there supposed to be Flashpoint Batman in there too?
See, that's the thing. Is it going to be? It's supposed to be based off of Flashpoint, but I don't know if they're going to use all the same characters because technically,
JDM is already attached to it.
So he is. Okay. Then maybe he's playing the Flashpoint Batman, I guess.
Yeah, Thomas Wayne.
Okay. because I
We'll
think
see.
what's his name?
It looked bad.
Yeah.
It looked bad.
Who's writing it? That's the
It
next
looked a bad
question. Who's
movie.
writing the Flash movie? Well, we already know WB's
I don't
doing the
know,
producing.
but I'm scared.
Let's
That scares me.
just be optimistically scared. Can we do that? I mean,
Maybe optimism.
Yeah.
yeah. I can hear the
Just
disappointment
have
in
no
your voice.
reserves going
Moving
in.
on.
All right, let's put that to bed
Okay.
then. All right, let's move on to our last topic: pickups
mm.
of the week.
Okay.
Luke,
Will you ever trust the WB to do another comic book movie from this day forward?
Nope.
No.
Can't.
man, I'm yeah. Why not? Fuck it. I don't give
Because
a shit.
they
Yeah.
fucked up so many times. That's why not.
Will you trust WB
No.
to do a good DC
WB,
TV
I
show?
do not trust.
No.
I'm going to say why not. I mean, so Suicide Squad 2, I think that's going to be entertaining enough.
It's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be entertaining.
Okay. Yeah, I
But
do agree
I don't
with
think it's
that.
gonna be good. I think it's gonna be bad, but in a fun way.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, it is James
see.
Gunn, so he's got some credibility.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep supporting WB. I want them to succeed. You know,
WB and DC, huh? Okay.
yeah.
Now, hold on. Don't get
I
me
do want
wrong,
them.
though, AJ. Don't get me wrong. I want them to succeed. I really, really do. Wanting them to succeed and thinking if they're going to succeed are kind of different. You know, and I don't want to go into the rant
Yeah, that's
again, but I
true.
just don't trust that they're going to do good movies. I don't want them to do bad, but I don't think they can do good superhero movies anymore.
All right. I mean, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. Yeah.
There.
My thing is, to be quite honest with you, I think I haven't watched an actual WB movie in the theaters for quite some time. So when I watch it at home, I'm not like completely disappointed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I.
That's how high your expectations are. Like, I'm not gonna watch it at the theaters. I'll just watch it at home. That's how high your expectations are with the WB.
And then when I watch it at home,
movie.
I'm like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought. So I mean,
Well, because you're at home, you're not spending $15 for to watch the movie in the dark with like 30 other people.
yeah, that's true. That's true. So my expectations are low because I don't have high expectations to begin with, I guess. All right. Let's move on to pickups of the week. Luke, anything of importance you want to throw out there for everyone?
I had a decent week. I bought an entire
Oh,
box.
we lost Red again.
Red's gone. I'll take you off. Here, let me see if I can get this thing off here. There we go. So, I bought this whole entire box of first Cindy
Oh,
Moons.
nice.
And look at this.
I'm sorry. Those
And they're all the
first
J.
Cindy
Scott
moves?
Campbell Midtown.
That's Midtown too, right?
Yeah.
What? Where'd you dig that
That's a
up?
Look at this. I bought a whole box.
Someone's been holding on to those for years.
Hey, Luke. We'll go ahead and talk off air. I'm hoping that I can, maybe we'll work out a deal. And I'll kind of want to see if I can get some, 5 of those. See.
So I bought a whole box of them, and then I made a deal for them with somebody, and it worked out. And then, but this is
Nice.
my big little 4.5 GSX.
Whoa!
So that's exciting.
Wow, Luke's flexing,
And-
man.
Well, because I had to pair it with my other four. I'm kind of a completionist. I had a 4.5 Hulk 81.
Nice.
So I had to get the 4.5 GSX. So now I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna hold on to these two like my children, unless someone makes me like a nice little offer. But big slabs are not selling right now. I think
Those are some big
big
boy
slabs are
pickups
not
right
selling.
there.
I know big slabs are not selling. People are buying 50 and under. They still want to get comics. But in terms of like the big slabs, I think we're hopefully next month when the child tax credits start rolling in, people will be able to buy some more big slabs. So,
Right.
and I got 4 kids, so I'm gonna have a lot of money coming in.
Yeah.
Supposed to be for their college, Luke. You're supposed to use that for their college. That's what you start the 403.
Damn.
For.
Your mom goes to college.
Stop. Stupid.
Your
Napoleon
mom-
Dynamite reference there.
Your mom
right?
can go.
Your mom goes to college. Stupid.
Your mom.
I know what you did there, fool. I know what you did there.
What did you pick up, Red? For the week?
My mail came in from Look at Gator. So my last Ronin 3s came in. I forgot which artist was this. So I guess that was his exclusive.
Okay.
Wicker Gator, and then there was this third print of the director's cut of issue 1 also came in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So maybe there's new parts of the story that I haven't read yet. I'm looking forward to reading that. Let's see. That's all I got. I haven't bought anything else comic book related this week.
I just
Okay.
thought of a question. here, AJ. Going to
What's
the
up?
last Ronin real fast. Do you think in the spirit of what DC does with their animated movies, okay, in the spirit of what they do with their animated movies, do you think IDW should release a Last Ronin mature animated movie?
I think that's only a matter of time.
But there was none like that before. There was no adult animated Turtles movie. Do you think it's time? Because remember, Turtles was marketed towards the kids. Now, a lot of the kids that grew up on the Turtles, now that these kids have grown up into adults and they're learning about that, do you think now it's time for the original Turtle fans to get the movie that they've been waiting for?
I think so. I
thought we
think
did get the movie we were waiting for. The very first live action Turtle movie.
After that, though, I mean, like that was when we were kids. That's when we were younger.
But you gotta ask Nickelodeon because they own the rights.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Do you own the rights to the animation?
Yep.
Or to the movie, right? Okay. Then if Nickelodeon owns it, they're probably
not going to get it. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Unless Miramax gets it, then Miramax.
There's no Miramax.
It's a Miramax.
Miramax
Harvey
is
Weinstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, like a studio like Miramax, who will just let let you have all the creative freedom you want.
We want an
that property.
indie studio, studio, basically. Okay, but it's got to be licensed from Nickelodeon, and it's got to be done tastefully. It can't be more than like a PG-13 movie.
No,
But it's gonna
no
be
rated
darker.
R. No rated R Turtles.
Well, I mean,
it's gonna be PG. Can you make it PG-13 and still keep it adult centric?
Yeah.
Don't
put a lot of cuss words in it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't read other than the first issue of Last Ronin, so I don't know how graphic and gory it is right now. But can that be toned down and keep the essence of the story?
I think it's already toned down. I don't think it's as graphic or gory as one would think. It's definitely not for kids, but it's also not. It's not too bad as far as
We're not
too
asking
adult.
for like Kill Bill or Ninja. What was it?
Ninja Scroll.
Not Ninja Scroll, but the other one, the Ninja movie. But yeah, where there's a lot of blood every time you slice someone open. We don't.
Rurouni
we don't
Kenshin?
do that. What's that?
Not Rurouni Kenshin, right?
No Rurouni Kenshin. No. They'll come to me.
Okay.
But it doesn't have to be bloody. It doesn't have to have all the bunch of cuss words. It can still be an adult-centered movie where you still get the death and the stuff that we actually get to see in the Turtle books.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Ninja Assassin was the movie I was looking for.
Ninja Assassin. I don't think I've seen that one.
Is that the one where the guy like is in the shadows?
Yes.
Yeah, that movie was pretty badass.
What was that one? The Jim Cotta one. Remember that movie?
Yeah. Jim Cotta.
Was that the name of the movie, Jim Cotta?
Yes. The one where that dude's like walking around Yugoslavia, some kind of, village, and he's got to fight all these fucking zombie-looking I guess old people. They're not dead, but they just
man, that was a classic Jim Cotta.
Then he does a stupid fucking pommel horse. It does a stupid fight on it where he's doing the flare.
Yeah.
Totally.
As a kid, that looked cool though, but as an adult, you're like, what the
Agreed.
fuck? Agreed. All right, Red. Anything you picked up for the week?
Yeah, that was it. The Turtles.
Oh, that's right. My bad. E-Man, anything?
I actually was able to get my books from last week and this week just before we started the podcast.
Ooh.
I'm not going to show you guys everything, but yeah, I had a huge haul. But the most important one, I should have brought it down, but the most important ones that I got this week was I got my 3 Aaron Bartling SIGs back from CGC, and I sent the books over to Aaron, and it was the crossover #1 AHA cover that Aaron did, the Stillwater #1 Aaron's cover, and Radiant Black #1 The Virgin. I submitted those to Aaron Bartling, and then I got those in this week.
How long did it take?
3 months.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, it was pretty fast because I sent it at the very end of February. He officially remarked it and signed it on March 3rd, is what it says on the label, and I got it like on last Friday or Thursday.
What grades did you get?
I got 9.6 on the Stillwater, and then 9.8 on both Crossover 1 and Radiant Black #1.
A 9.6 is just a 9.8 or
Well,
personality.
you can't.
Yes, but
Yeah,
I
you
also
can't
understand
complain
why it
with
was a
that.
96, because this is not remember, but you know how sometimes Image sends books and they have like that weird that waviness to them.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Okay.
It was that. It was Image's
The way
fault.
they're packed, you can iron that out. You can get that pressed.
And then, I picked up, and then my Department of Truth #7, John Jang exclusive from Heat Seekers finally came in. The one that had like the issue with the rubbing on the back of the comic, where they had to actually have that reprinted. So that also came in this week. And then I got my books from last week and this week. Yeah, the one with the bull.
Okay.
And
right.
the books that I'm excited for over the last couple of weeks, Department of Truth. Of course, everyone is telling me that Stray Dogs #5 was amazing, so I have to finish this one right here. I got Mimi and Erica to read Stray Dogs, so we're gonna finish this one up. Crossover. This one's different because this is Chip Zdarsky writing crossover, so I need to know what this book is about. And then finally, Aniac #4. We're finished with this bad idea shit. This new one, Good Luck. This is the Virgin cover from Boom. This is their new #1.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we live like the 49th printing.
Yeah. And more coming. I keep seeing there's more. I'm like, all right, guys. I think
they're milking it for sure. I was hoping to get
a bread and butter book right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from last week, people were telling me I was trying not to collect any more Batman books, but Mark from Legion of Comics, he's like, honestly, if there's a DC book to read, like if there's one book that I'm going to recommend to people who don't read DC right now, pick up this one. So all right, I bit the bullet and I jumped on this one. It's a Black Label book, so we'll see what this one's about. And then I got a bunch of other books.
Okay. I didn't pick up much this week. I picked up that Black Cat annual. It's got a first appearance of that new team. I got not 7, but we only find them when they're dead. Issue 7.
Got that.
it was actually a good read. I had to read issue 6 to tell me what was going on in issue 7 because I kind of forgot. And I like where the story is going. For those, I'll just say, I mean, issue 6, you find out that George's Malik, I believe the main character was in the first arc, he's now turned into one of those gods. So one of the lone survivors of that crew, he's now older, and Jason, yeah. And then this issue 7 kind of tells you what happened in between those years of when they came back, and what happened now that he's older. So it was a pretty interesting read.
The writing got good then, because I've been waiting. I like the art, and the first 5 issues were fun space adventure, but it wasn't hitting hard. So I'm waiting for that issue to hit hard. Is that finally issue 7?
I wouldn't say it's hitting hard because it's all flashback and kind of like a progression of what happened to Jason.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's not really a hard hitting issue, but it makes. If I feel like things are starting to pick up now, like the first arc was a setup, then second arc that we're starting is really where the story is going to go.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Other than that, nothing else that I picked up.
I like this cover too. Something is killing the children, number 17.
Oh yeah, that's my cover of the week from last week. I don't think I posted that, but it's a great cover. Yeah. The only thing is, I tried looking at it, like I tried using the, how it's glow in the dark.
Is this one glow in the dark?
It is glow in the dark.
Not all of them, right? There's some.
I thought all of them were glow in the dark.
I know some are, but not. Oh, I don't know if this is glow in the dark. Nope.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like when I checked out the glow in the dark, I thought it could have been better.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the cover itself is dope though.
Did you read number 17? I haven't read it yet.
I did.
Is it good?
It was okay.
Okay.
A lot of. I mean, you've already read 16, right? So
yeah,
all of this is more backstory stuff.
Yeah, this is her origin.
Yeah, no, like real action per se. At least not yet. But yeah, that's all I picked up. Other than that, guys, we are gonna end the show soon. Just a quick reminder for everyone.
I mean, tonight. We're not ending this soon for good.
Oh, tonight. Yes, tonight.
Don't scare me like that. I thought we're doing this for 50 years. Oh,
50. Okay, if you want to go 50.
You said
we were only going 26, but if you want 50, Rip, we're going 50 now. Thanks. You opened up your mouth. Good job.
92. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's doable.
Oh, I didn't get Phantom on the Skin, number 3. That's the one that I need to get. Crap, I got to go look for that. All right.
Just a reminder, guys, we still have some copies of the Beyond the Breach.
BTB.
The exclusive variant from the Sealess Villains podcast, along with RKFA Comics. So go to rkfacomics.com and pick up your copies. Other than that, guys, anything else you guys want to throw out there?
Next week, we'll be in SoCal with our friends Major Pain for their grand opening.
Okay. E-Man?
Peace.
Peace. All right. Luke, anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, I'll see you guys next week for that grand opening, and grab a copy of Beyond the Breach.
All right, guys. Again, follow us on all our social medias. I'm AJ the Comic Collector. You can find Luke at Luke Weeks, E-Man, C-List E-Man, and you can find Red, C-List Villainous Red, and those are all our IGs. All right, guys. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks again for listening to another episode of the Sealess Villains podcast, your cultivators of the comic culture. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and email us at sealessvillains@gmail.com. You can also leave us a voicemail or text us at 209-975-7597. Be sure to join Luke Week's Facebook group, Rare Keys and First Appearance Comics. And you can follow us on our 2 Instagram accounts, Sealess Villains and Sealess Villains Podcast. Lastly, follow the villains on their separate IG accounts, at Luke Weeks, at C-List Villainous Red, at C-List E-Man, and I am at AJ the Comic Collector. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you all next episode.